10 years ago in 2013, Strymon Pedals released a pedal that would just completely change the landscape of the pedal game. The Bigsky was introduced to the world. For 10 years, it has stood up against hundreds of other reverb pedals and continues to be one of the best reverb pedals out there. Today, a pedal inspired by the Bigsky, the Cloudburst. Now, the Cloudburst is based off of arguably the Bigsky's most popular algorithm, the Cloud, which is where this pedal gets its name from. The Cloud has this ethereal, swelling reverb. It is notorious and almost synonymous with the worship sound nowadays. It has been used and maybe overused by so many people, and Strymon is capitalizing on that sound by providing that sound in a smaller, more affordable pedal box that still comes with a ton of functions. So if you're a worship player, then you're familiar with Swells, and this pedal can absolutely do that. Your Swells can get pretty crazy too. The Cloudburst can do subtle reverbs as well, and it still provides a really warm and inviting and kind of majestic sound. Still comes packed with features. You can do stereo and mono with just a flip of a switch. What I really like is you still have that cloud kind of swell, kind of warm, airy, breathy tone, but it also introduces this ensemble switch for like a strings or choir-like sound. Off sounds like this. We'll turn it on mezzo piano for a little bit of that choir ensemble sound. Or turning it up to forte, where the orchestra and choir sounds just really are present. Let's real quick go over all the functions and the knobs real quick so we can understand it. The decay and the mix work together to kind of tell you how much reverb you have. The mix tells you how loud, and the decay tells you how long. If you want just a subtle reverb, turn it on the mix, it'll sound like this. If you turn it to noon, it sounds like this. As you turn it past noon, you start to lose some of your dry mix and get a lot more of your wet. It sounds like this. If you want a short reverb to kind of produce like a small room or a small hall sound, it can sound like this. And for the longest tails in your reverb, max out the decay. Pre-delay determines how much space there is between your dry signal and your wet signal. If you turn it down, then there's no space between your dry signal and your wet signal. If you turn it all the way up, you'll hear there's like almost a delay between your dry and your wet. Your tone determines how bright and how dark. Brighter to the right. And the mod knob determines how much modulation. None to the left and max to the right. Overall, I think the Cloudburst is a natural progression in the Strymon line. I think the Cloud sound is probably their most famous, most popular sound out of all of their pedals. Also, I'd be really curious to see how the Cloudburst stacks up to the Big Sky on its own. I do have a Big Sky, so if that is something you want me to do, leave me a comment. Let me know that you want me to pair up those two. Maybe I'll shoot it out between the Flint and the Big Sky and the Blue Sky. As always, my name is Ryan. Thank you for stopping by the channel. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Leave me a comment.